He's a guy without a clue who doesn't know what to do. Republican or Democrat, he's not sure where he's at. It's not so much fun knowing how the country's run. Liberals, conservatives, House of Representatives. Are you right? Are you left? Which way do you lean? Who knows what the hell does that even mean?
Welcome to POV America with your host, Brian.
Hey guys, how's it going tonight? Glad to be here. I'm trying to get things squared away for you on the stream. I think I got a lot of it already done, but I still have a lot of tweaks I've got to put on here for the for these different graphics and everything. So be patient with me, guys. I'm going to try and get everything done over the next couple days, and hopefully you guys can hear me okay on here. But yeah, I had a lot of time when I got home to kind of work on this stuff, and I do appreciate your patience with it. So, but I'm glad we got everything off to a good start tonight. I actually, as you can see, I put on the cat cam, guys. A lot of you have asked me about the cat, so I went ahead and I put the cat cam on there so you can see that Mr. Whiskers is just fine, and he's still hanging around. I'm going to go ahead and let me see if I can find. I'm trying to keep an eye. Remember the other day, guys, we were having a problem with the frames and having a little bit of a lag on the stream. I'm going to try and make sure I keep a close eye on that so I don't start dropping frames or anything. So let me go ahead and reset that just so I can keep. Because see, like right now, it's telling me that I actually have, it's dropping frames, but I don't know if it's coming across. So let me know if you guys are getting this okay. Just drop me a note in the chat and let me know if it's choppy or if you're getting it kind of smooth, because my biggest concern is making sure that these frames don't drop. I think I've got pretty much everything on the overlays okay, but as I said, being a new streamer, I'm learning a lot, and these guys that stream on a regular basis, they have a much smoother flow than I had going on here. So hopefully I got everything okay. Just let me know, if it looks good to you and if you can hear me coming across all right, and if the stream's not choppy, then I'm gonna assume that it's going across okay. So anyway, how's it going, guys? I appreciate you. I want to say thanks. I'm almost close to that 50 follower mark. I had 40 the other day. I did my stream this morning. I did the live stream going to work and a live stream coming home. I'm up to 45. I'm like 5 people away. Twitch is kind of funny. They make it to where it's really tough to get monetized and everything on here, but it's actually it's been a lot of fun. And I'll tell you, I've got some great feedback from you. You guys have let me know all the little glitches. I had no idea. Number one, I had no idea I had to have a certain amount before I could get the bits, the contribution for the bits. Had no idea. I did change the name. I'm in the process of changing the overlays and everything else. As you can see, I still have the old one over there, but I took your advice last night. I think it was, I'm not sure if it was Miko or one of you folks had made the mention to me that the POV America, and it wasn't the first time. I've had probably a dozen people tell me it sounds like it's a conservative politics talk show. And I was like, well, POV America was point of view. But you know what? I actually agree. I was like, you know what? I can see exactly where that's coming from, because the more I started looking at it and then looking at, we talk, even though we talk about politics, religion, and all that stuff, it really wasn't the focal point of the channel. So now I've went ahead, I've created some new logos, I created a new, it's just kind of, the whole channel is just kind of what's in my brain, what we're going to be talking about. So I'm glad you came, and please do me a favor, if you haven't followed me, follow me on the channel and kind of help me get to that 50 point. I'm trying to get to that 50 follower level, and every little bit helps. And I appreciate you guys watching the morning stream in the morning, and I appreciate you watching the afternoon stream, because that really helps me a lot to get the followers I need. I'm going to go ahead and I will. I know that on the actual streaming platforms, I still got to change some of the graphics on there to the new logo and to all that, and I will try and I'm actually right now working on the the graphics for this channel here. So it's coming along slow, but I've had a great time. I mean, it's what did I miss? Oh, you didn't miss anything. I'm in the process right now of I was just letting everybody know that I've come up with a new name for the channel, because last night it was brought up that POV America, it's more of a it sounds like a talk show for politics. And you know what, man? I don't want to do just politics. We can talk about that stuff, but that's not what I want the focal point. I did add the webcam for the cat, so I do have the cat cam. That's Mr. Whiskers. He's chilling out next to me. Every now and then he just, for whatever reason, he likes to climb on me and everything during the show. So I figured I'd give him his own place over there. So he's got his own place to kind of rest, and he's chilling out now. So I'm not going to give him any more attention, because if I do, he just likes to climb on you, and I'm allergic to cats, so I tolerate him. He's a cool cat, but I'm a dog person mostly, so God bless him. And actually, right now I'm kind of in the I'm actually in the process of kind of updating the logos. I created a new logo that I'm trying to update the stream with, and trying to change the graphics on the actual sites themselves. But I was trying to get it all done today, and it was a crazy day. So I mean, I couldn't get everything done. But I even wrote the theme song I'm going to have. The theme song I have now is geared towards politics. So I've written another one that is not. I just want people to know, when you come in here, we're going to hang out, we're going to have some fun, but it's absolutely not going to be focused on one topic. I mean, last night we had a ball. We talked about a lot of different things, and that's Taylor came in. As a matter of fact, guys, if you haven't got a chance, I actually went. We had one of the folks yesterday that came in. Taylor, he actually has a Facebook. He does a Facebook live stream, and like a food critic. It's called Tasting with Taylor, I believe is the name of it. And I went and checked it out, and it's actually funny. It's really a good stream. I highly recommend. Go to Facebook, check it out. It's actually a really good stream for a food critic stream. It's actually really cool. So anyway, let me go on here. I'm trying to add these logos and get them all changed out if I can. But I wanted to try ideally to have it all done beforehand. But for whatever reason, there was just not enough time to get everything done that I wanted to get done. So bear with me here for a minute. I'm going to see if I even have the ones I'm looking for. It took me a little while during the day to actually get the things done, because I'm not a graphic artist. So I kind of hacked these together, and they are what they are. That's kind of how I feel about it right now. It's like, hey, I'm lucky I got that far. So it's under, what did I put it under? Here we are, graphics. So let me see if we get it to where I can go here. And let's hope that this comes out right. Yeah, it looks okay. I mean, I can't complain. It came across okay. I mean, I spent a little bit of time trying to tweak it, and the graphics were, compared to what I had on there, much better than I thought it was going to be. Let me go ahead. I'm going to remove this one, so you'll see that one go away. And then I'm going to put this one there. I'm just going to resize it, so be patient. This is not going to be, and this is please understand, this is all a work in progress for you guys, because I know, without a doubt, there's going to definitely be some more tweaks I have to do, because every time you guys make a suggestion, I really do take it serious. I take everything you say, and I under consideration. Let me see. And we'll do that. And hopefully this will line up. And let's just see how that looks. Alright, you ready? We'll give it a try, and I'll flick this over there. So the POV America is going to go away. And the transition will be shoot. There we go. Brian's brain. A vast, worthless abyss of knowledge. So that's kind of what I am. Hey, oh my God, Mr. Donnelly, how's it going, man? I'm glad you could drop by. I finally got this streaming on Facebook. Went for months thinking I was already streaming, and but unfortunately yesterday I was informed by one of the people they're like, no, I don't see you. I don't see you on there. So I'm actually on there. Well, I hope everything's going good for you. I hope you're staying busy where you're at. I know you definitely are. Let me see, are you on? Yeah, you're on Facebook. All right, so that's cool. As you can see, welcome to the stream. This is kind of what I do. I do a stream in the morning on my way to the on the way to the facility. I do a 6:15 in the morning. Then I do a 3:30 on the way home, and then of course I'm here from 7 o'clock to 9. So I have a lot of fun. And I'm putting it all together slowly but surely. But I stream it out to now I go to Twitch, Mixer, Periscope, YouTube, Stream Me, Smashcast, and Facebook. So all is well in Blackwater. Excellent. I mean, it's not. We finally got a replacement for you, sir, and he's a brand new guy. But he's been in corrections for 20 plus years. So I will start watching. Oh God, now I feel pressure and stress now, but I appreciate it. God bless you, man. I definitely. I don't know if you're on Twitch. You're probably not on Twitch, but I started there because that's kind of where I've been trying to put the followers that I get. And it's been kind of a fun stream to do and put this all together. As you can see, I have it set up to where hopefully it's not choppy. It looks kind of smooth where you are. I did add the cat cam down here, so we have the cat because before you got here, you'd been able to see him climbing on me. So we got him his own little spot there. So anyway, now this is what I try to do. Is he keeping edge? Yeah, he's doing good. I mean, he's not you, so he's doing good. He's doing the best he can. He's been doing it for 20 plus years, so he's kind of seasoned. He's the twin brother of one of our officers that works in laundry. So I can't remember the name, but I've only talked to the guy twice, but he seems really nice, and so everything's going pretty decent. I mean, it's not bad at all. There's a common theme after the hurricane. All these guys came back to the facility. Every single one of them has said they'll never complain again. Oh my God, it's so much better, than where they came from. And so I kind of count that lucky that we've actually got, we've got these folks that are there now that appreciate being there. So yeah, they're all kind of on their best behavior, at least now since January. They've all been kind of watching themselves. We got a few new people that weren't originals, but it's all coming together. So it's not bad at all. And for the most part, I mean, we've had a couple. We've had Mr. Welch. He was one of our guys, and he went over to Continuum of Care. So we've had a lot of transitions, a lot of people coming and going, but otherwise, yeah, you're not missing much. There's probably a lot more excitement where you are than where we are. There's not much of anything that goes on, and for the most part, right now I think they're testing this new guy because they do try to get away with quite a bit. But all the teachers, we all kind of keep them in place, and we let them know, hey, look, this is what's going on, and once he knows that they're kind of taking advantage of him, then he steps up and makes sure it doesn't happen again. So anyway, that's great. Well, I'm glad you kind of stopped by. I wasn't sure if it was actually working, the stream on Facebook yet, but once they told me last night or the night before that it wasn't going there, here I had thought, since I've been streaming, I started streaming January, the 1st of January, and that's at 9 hours of pure, absolute, unadulterated entertainment. I'm telling you, it's actually it's been a lot of fun doing this stuff. But I don't think that I would trade my location for your location for pretty much anything. From what I understand, you have the occasional bad luck, shall we say, that goes on there. And right now we're nowhere near that level. So I don't envy you at all, but at least you got a place. The leases here now, the homes that have been there, they're starting to lease a lot of them. So now there's a lot more availability, but they're at $1,500 a month. These people are charging for it's ridiculous over here. So you're actually way better off, trust me, where you're at, because there's not a whole lot down here that is even halfway affordable for a lot of the folks. You know, the ones that lost everything have all kind of done it. So, center gate officer. The inmates call me no way at the 4-way. That's funny. That's funny. Now, so you liking it better there? I mean, is it less stressful or equal to what what it originally was? I mean, I'm just kind of curious. Yeah, I heard a beep. That must have been my phone. Yeah, I have. Let's make sure I get my.
It was mine.
Oh, it was your phone? Okay. I don't know whose phone's ringing or clicking, but so I'm assuming there's a little less stress where you are, than where we were, but or at least the people. Hopefully, the people are better. I'm not sure who the chief is, but you know what, man. Hopefully, he's better for you. So, no way at the 4-way. And on the on a sad note, you did miss Miss Smith and her brownies today, which they were obscenely delicious, and I'm not even supposed to have the sugar. If I would actually been streaming on Facebook, you'd know that January 1st I actually started. Remember how you did your fast and you were fasting for all those days? Well, I went ahead. Yeah, see, that's what I said. I knew your inmates were way more hardcore than well. That's why they call our place. What do we Camp Cupcake or whatever. They call us that because we're a much more lax facility. So yeah, hardcore. I know they're a lot more hardcore, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, when you were doing your fast, the 1st of January when I started this whole stream, I actually started this stream. And I'm actually kind of glad it wasn't going to Facebook like I thought it was. I thought it was going to Facebook, but at the same time, now that I look back about it, I'm kind of glad because what I did, the very 1st of January for New Year's Day, I got on the scale. I took my shirt off, which I think to put that obscene image on over the internet was probably a violation of some laws because I have a body that's not built for anything but the dark. Well, you know what? The brownies will show up on my A1C, but I just had that. I had my blood test done last week and had the VA appointment this afternoon, and my doctor was blown away. January 1st, I weighed in at 305 pounds. 305, January 1st. I went to my appointment today, and I have done nothing but eat constantly. I've went to this new change of kind of like a change of lifestyle where. But I'm down to 278, and I'm going to take it down to 250, and then from there I'm going to go down to 190. I have found like the perfect change of lifestyle for me. I eat 5 times a day. I am eating constantly, and the weight is just falling off. And it's been, it's been amazing. I'm yeah, she needs to ship you some of her brownies. I'll tell her tomorrow. She might even be watching tonight. I found out. She's on YouTube. She's on Facebook all the time. But I'm going to tell you. I'll tell her tomorrow if I can remember. But yeah, they're like crack. They're so addictive. And I've had brownies. I mean, let's face it. We've all had brownies. I've had brownies every state. I've made brownies. They are absolutely nothing like what she makes. I mean, they are. If I could actually take what she makes, I would either sell it or license it or whatever. Oh, amazing. Are they small portion? No, they're not small. Dude, I am eating, like, I'll go and I stop by Winn-Dixie and I'll get a big bucket of chicken wings, like 38, 40 wings. I'll sit there and eat all the wings till I can't eat anymore, and I'll put the rest in the fridge, eat them later. I go and I buy these pork tenderloins. They're like $4 or $5 at the store, teriyaki or cracked black pepper pork tenderloins, and I'll eat the whole pork tenderloin. I just had a steak. I eat, and I have broccoli, broccoli and cheese, and I eat all the time. it was the most amazing thing. So I was like, wow, if I can keep eating and losing weight. Now, I went down to 274. Now, this last week, this last 5 days, I've kind of strayed because, my son took us out to eat and he was buying. So I ate and indulged in that. And but yeah, I'm losing weight. I went from 305 to 274. Now I'm back up to 278. There is no secret. No, that's not true. There is a secret. I used to eat sugar all the time, candy bars, ice cream, and I loved potato chips. And potato chips and breads and all that stuff, those are what are called simple carbohydrates. So they break down in my blood, and they actually break down in my bloodstream quicker and elevate my glucose levels, and which is bad. So I've actually decided that's not the way I'm going to go, and I'm going to, do away with those. So I did away with that, and I've only drink diet soda now. But I just went, and my doctor today, and let me know if I get choppy, because I've been trying to keep an eye on my stream, and I've been trying to kind of watch and see if if I start getting choppy there, because my internet connection, I just had a problem with it last night. But she did my blood test, and your A1, your whatever she called it, A1C or whatever, it goes back like 3 months, so you can't fake that. But I will tell you, she went through all my levels and was so blown away. She says she goes, I've got people that are active duty military right now that don't have the blood panels that I have. She said my cholesterol, she says my liver's good, my kidneys are good, and she went through every single thing on there and was blown away. And she says, just keep doing what you're doing. And now I'm going to start going back to my internet's clear. Awesome. I appreciate that. So, but yeah, I just, it was so easy. I thought it was going to be a really hard diet, because when people say diet, you're almost setting yourself up for failure. You say, oh, I'm on a diet, or I'm on a diet. I'm like, you know what? I'm not on a diet. And it's just a change of lifestyle. I just did away with the crap and the garbage I was eating. I still eat a ton. I mean, I'll go out, I'll have like I said, steak. I'll have chicken. I'll have pork tenderloin. I have roast beef. I have meatloaf. I mean, I can have anything. I can put some broccoli on there. I can put, I don't, but I don't eat the garbage. And I think that was the part that was killing me. When I dropped the first 20 pounds, I mean, I feel I have so much more energy now. I mean, I still sleep terrible, but I have, that's partly, it's because it's hard for me to shut down at night. I do 3 hours a night, maybe 4 if I'm lucky. It's always been hard, though, for me to shut my mind down. But no, it is definitely, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take it down to 250. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick up my membership again at the club, the gym, and everybody still goes. Everybody from work still goes to the gym now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. No fast food, no restaurants like that, no garbage food at all. But if I do, like I have gone to, I did go and have fajitas. I went to a Mexican restaurant, had fajitas. But here again, it was just like I packed up like one tortilla or two. I had like 2 tortillas with my fajitas, but they were big ones, and I put all the meat in there and the cheese and the sour cream, so they were good. I mean, but it's not like you're starving yourself, and that's what I think was always setting me up for failure before, was I was killing myself. I was like starving, and like every now and then I'd want something crispy or something. Well, now I found out, I bought the air fryer. I got that air fryer that just rocks. It makes everything so good. And but if I want something crisp now, I figured it out after watching the internet. I take cheese and I put it on a plate with some parchment paper, put it in the microwave for I do 2.5, 3 minutes, and then when I let it cool, it's crisp, just like a cracker, and it tastes like a goldfish cracker. So just a lot of little tricks that I learned, but a lot of fun, man. I'm gonna tell you, it was definitely different, because I just didn't think it was going to work as well as it did, and I went, like I said, 305 to 274, but I'm back up to the 278 now because I took a week off. But now that today's my last, I call it a cheat week. I took a week, so I went up 4 pounds in a week. But now I'm going to go back onto it, and I'll stay on it again probably for, till I'm comfortable. Gotta try your diet. Get out of town. Gotta try your diet. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's really, if you've ever done diets, this is just not a diet, and I think that's kind of why it's successful, because I don't even think of it as a diet. The first 3 letters of the word diet kind of set you up for failure. I mean, so I just kind of think, it's a lifestyle, a change of lifestyle. I've got away from the sugars and the sweet sodas, but I still drink all that Mountain Dew. When you were there, I was buying the Mountain Dew. I still do, a huge thing of Mountain Dew, and but that's okay because it's all diet Dew, and it's But I also do a lot more water, and I'll put a little of the stevia, the flavor drops in my waters. But man, it's really been working great. And what actually got me started on it were those meals that were the steamers. But yeah, I ended up saying to myself, I got to change. I got to lose a little weight. And when 10 pounds came off, and I think 10 pounds came off in my sleep. I don't even know what happened. And then when 20 pounds came off, I was like, oh my God, I felt like 2 bowling balls had been dropped off my body. And I was like, well, this is weird. I've never ate. I mean, there was times really where I literally couldn't eat that much. That is something I do at the Center Gate. A lot of water, yeah. And I do, but I don't like, I love my water ice cold, but I use this, they're called, they're just basically flavored drops, but they don't have the aspartame. They have what's called stevia in it. They're called Stur, S-T-U-R, I think is the name of the drops. But they flavor the water with, just delicious flavors. And it's not the aspartame or the sucralose or the, it's just a natural sweetener along with the flavor of the fruit and everything. So, yeah, I do a lot of those in the water as well. But yeah, I'm going to tell you, I was actually very pleasantly surprised. The weight came off with no effort. And I was even thinking about doing some of the fasting like you had done before, and I did a lot of research on it. And, one of the sites I go to is a site called Science Daily, and it has all the medical journals from Harvard and, John Hopkins and all these medical, research hospitals. They do studies on everything. And I was reading one that they just had the other day about fasting. And they said, I have my personal water cooler at the facility. Order me in. Oh, see, that's cool. I think you're outside though, right? Where your post is, you're outside, I think, or you have like maybe a little. Do you have like a little? I guess I won't say an outhouse, but you have a little office out there. Is this where people are coming in and out? I'm assuming, so that's probably why they gave you your own. But yeah, that's what I figured. So, but yeah, it's. I would definitely suggest trying it. You have nothing to lose and. Everything to gain. Because it was a great. It was just a great thing. I didn't know if it would work. Didn't want to kill myself. Wasn't going to worry about it. And if it worked, it worked. But once I found out there's actually times I couldn't eat. I'd look and I'd be like, oh, it's 3 hours. It's been 3 hours. I'm supposed to eat, but I'm so stuffed. I'm so full. I couldn't eat. And I'm like, so it was all a. For me, it worked out great. And hopefully it'll work for you. Ever since I've been out here in Florida, it's been so different. You have a little cover at the facility. I'm looking in the middle of the facility. Yeah, see, so you're probably right. You're gonna probably have the brunt of the sun all day, I would imagine. Fasting. Yeah. So there were these studies that were done, and they said that. What they did is they took all these volunteers and they started them fasting, and they started taking plasma and blood at different intervals throughout hours, so many hours. And what they found out was the peak, the longest and the most benefit you get from any fast is if you fast 58 hours. They says that is where your body gets the most benefit from the fast. They says it'll the toxins go out. There's certain proteins, there's certain things that actually increase in your bloodstream, and they're all good things. All these excellent things happen up to 58 hours. But after 58 hours of a fast, bad stuff starts happening. So so bad things start happening. So if you go to Science Daily and check out that website, you can read all these medical. I'll go ahead and. Well, it's not a diet. It's not a diet, man. It's just what I've been doing. I can send you like what I eat, but I don't count calories. I don't count fats. At the most, I count carbs. At the most, I try to stay, like my first week or two, I tried to stay at about 20 carbs. But I was finding, 20 carbs a day, I can eat 3 dozen chicken wings, and I can have a pork tenderloin, and that's not even 20 carbs. So I didn't know, and that's really all I kind of then after I had the 20 carbs, I would add in maybe 30 carbs and 35. It was just pretty much, but the carbs were so easy to count because if anything had fiber in it, let's say something had 20 carbs and 10 fiber, all you do is subtract the fiber to get the true carbs. So it would be 20 carbs, 10 fiber. It actually had 10 carbs total because the fiber cancels out the equivalent number of carbs. Then I just started doing that, and usually you could see it because sugars are the same thing. If there was 20 grams of sugar in something, you could see there's going to be 20 carbs minimum because the sugar is for like the carbs. So, but yeah, I would. So I did my fasting for the 14 days the wrong way. Well, that's what they say. They say you do 58 hours, come off the fast, let your body adjust for 3 days or so, and then if you want to fast again, you do the 58 hours again. But they were saying you don't want to do more than 58 hours because it starts to hurt your body. All the positive things that happen to your body and that goes on in your bloodstream and your blood, all of those positive things, if you go longer than the 58, it starts coming down. So Central Shift, and hey man, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Do me a favor, be one of the first tonight if you can, and follow me if you're actually on and you enjoy the stream and everything. I'd appreciate it. You help me get that one more follow on Twitch, and I do appreciate that. It helps me get closer to this number that they want me to get. So, but thank you. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you. Definitely appreciate the follow. I appreciate that. So, the fasting is the biggest thing that I read about was the 58 hours, man. Don't do any longer than that. Take 2-3 days off. Then come back and you can do it again, etc. So that's kind of what I was thinking I might end up doing as well. So, but what about the cleansing of the body? Being I didn't eat for the 14 days. Well, it covers that. It tells you what happens in those 58 hours. It actually details what your body does, how it gets rid of the toxins, how it gets rid of all those things, and how it starts building up all the positive things, your blood cells and all that. It really goes into some great detail. You know what? I wonder if I can find that. If I can find that, I can go ahead and just kind of message that to you or email it to you. Let me see if it was really a great little article, and then you can actually go and you can search for their scientific data in the study, and you can actually read that too if you want. But yeah, that's one of the best websites I've found. It's called Science Daily. There's health in there. There's tech. Tons of stuff about tech, computers, hacking, mathematics, quantum computers, robotics, you name it. Environment stuff's in there. You want to find out about stem cells. You want to find about DNA or the CRISPR, where they're doing the genetic, the gene, gene mapping and all that. I mean, just so many cool things on the website. So let me go here and I'll just type in fasting. Let's see if I can find the link for you. And I'll go ahead and drop it in the. Yeah, a lot of things. It talks about it affects your circadian clocks, the liver, the skeletal muscles. It causes them to rewire their metabolism. So it ramps up your metabolism. So there's a lot of good information. I'm going to go ahead and just send this to you. I'll send this in your. This is one of them. There's actually more. This one came out, I think, in like I think it's the end of the last day of January, the very end of January. It just came out, so it's a recent study, and I'll go ahead and drop this to you right here. So we'll lights, camera, and action. Boom. So there's the link. Hopefully you got that link. I sent it to like all the platforms, so it goes to like Twitch and it goes to all of them. So, but yeah, it's a great site. I mean, if you ever want to find, and the nice part about it, the reason I like it is it's not just all about medicine or health. It's got you want to learn about the solar system, software, hardware, video games. There's a whole thing about video games and studies they do on video games, virtual reality, dark matter, just tons of stuff. It's a great site. So if you ever get a chance, Science Daily, you always pick something up. I mean, they actually, as a matter of fact, there was one of the things that said if you have more children, it actually slows down the aging process. So congrats on that with your twins. You and your wife probably, well, at least your wife has extended her life probably even a little bit longer. So those two babies are going to be great for you guys. So, yeah, it's worth checking out. Talks about sleep, getting good sleep. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. It's a site that if you really want to kind of fill your brain and fill your mind, it's the site I go to when I can't sleep. I told you I have that. They will keep you young and they'll keep you broke, young and broke. So I guess they go hand in hand. But yeah, it's a site that I go to when I can't sleep, which is most of the nights. I'll go there and I'll read like cellular biology, molecular biology, genetics. There's all kinds of cool stuff. And I'll go ahead there and I'll sit down there and read a lot of those articles. And after about maybe an hour and a half, I start to go, all right, maybe I'm ready for bed. Maybe I'm ready for. Yeah. They definitely will. They definitely will be a little bit of a notch out of your wallet. But you know what? The best things in life are free, but the truly best things in life cost you probably about $24,000 a year each. So, but yeah, they're they're the cutest babies. So it's a win-win for you guys, because if I had to do it over again, I had, my kids are grown, and matter of fact, my daughter's was on earlier, and they have kids of their. My daughter has kids of her own, and it's kind of funny because you take it for granted how quickly they grow up. I mean, like this, I still consider both of my kids as like children, but they're adults now, but it's terrible because I sit there and go, I just want one more baby. You try to, oh, you're still here. Okay. So, yeah, I've asked my wife a couple times, hey, maybe we could have just one more kid. And I said, hey, honey, let's have one more baby. And anyway, so when I regained consciousness, I said, what'd you do that for? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, she's nope, she's no more babies. You'll be almost 70 when they graduate. Wow. Well, see, you know what, though? I could do that. I would be okay with that. I'd be 70. I mean, if I stick around that long, I was kind of under the impression after I was really kind of freaking out about my blood panels, thinking how bad they were going to be, and now that I actually got them back and they're pretty cool and they're actually great, now I'm like, all right. So yeah, when they graduate from high school, you'll be 70. Oh, I thought you meant like from college. You guys can take our kids for the summer. Oh, yeah, that's a great idea, and I'd love to do that, but I've got this thing to do, and it needs to get done with that stuff. So, yeah, I can't do it this year. Maybe next year, we'll do that. Yeah, right. That'll work. No, Jennifer, I would love to have, if you ever could send your kids down and that, I'd even make sure I give you an address that is close to where I'm actually at. So, no, actually, Mom's coming. Is she coming up over the summer? She was telling me she's going to go up and stay with you over the summer, right? So, you kind of have a built-in babysitter there while you guys are the kids are out of school, so that ought to help you guys. I do it myself. I would come and stay and help babysit and keep the kids, but I work and I don't get those days off. And my boss is a tyrant. The company I work for is they're devils. So June, July, August. I tell you what. Let's make it June till October. Can we do that? We'll just do June to October. Tell them they've got an extended vacation. No, as long as she's helping you guys out, that's cool. Yeah. No. Shh. She's over in the next room. I don't want to. No, yes, have her back as quick as possible. I sure will miss her. Don't want her to, be gone too long. So anyway, she doesn't like the cold weather or snow. She says that, and I think that has a lot to do with the fact that I brought her from Georgia to Michigan, then I took her to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and then she got out of that truck and sank up to her neck in snow. So she might not be that happy about the cold weather, but other than that, She lets me keep it 73 degrees. I do that. Oh, yeah, you see your cat, Jennifer? Well, that's Kiefer's cat. I put a cat cam in here, so he likes to, Mr. Whiskers here likes to climb on me, and I'm allergic to these cats, so I figure if I keep him out of the way, he gets to kind of have his own little spot there, man. So, but if you're on Facebook, go ahead and share. Or what do they do on Facebook? Do you subscribe? Do you follow? Do you share? What do they do? I don't do Facebook a lot, guys. I'm just happy I got it to finally stream there after, a month and a half or 2 months of thinking I was streaming, and I finally was like, wow, nobody from Facebook ever says hi. So yesterday I was like, oh, okay. Go check out my twins. All right. Hey, you have a great one. We'll see you back. Check your YouTube website and keep up with you daily. Yeah, I'm going to get the YouTube. I'm rebranding everything this getting away from that POV America. So I'll have the YouTube up within the next day or so. But all the different streams, I'll get them going. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. We'll talk to you again. Have fun. Don't work too hard. And give me a shout at work sometime when you're bored. We'll talk to you later. So... yeah, but she doesn't like the snow, but she'll get used to it if you keep her there long time and try and convince her that you need her through say October, November, December, January, Okay. We will see you later. See you later. Oh, Cindy, hi Cindy. Didn't even see you sneak in there. As people come in, I kind of watch them come in and go out. But thanks for stopping by. Welcome to my stream. The stream used to be called POV America, but because of the political climate here in the U.S., people are psychos, and they kind of really freak me out. So I try not to. They'll type in little comments and they'll say, so, do you think we need a wall? And of course, I say, well, yeah, absolutely we need a wall. Whoa, that opens the floodgates. And all of a sudden, I'm the spawn of Satan. It's like, you can't have it. They're just off the hook. So I was like, all right, well, if we can talk about politics, I'm okay with it. But man, these people, a lot of them are absolutely crazy. The Democrats especially, I don't know. I just don't get it, but I'm okay with it. I don't know I don't know what your feeling is about if we need a wall. So, don't disown me as a cousin or something and say, yeah, he's just crazy. He thinks we need a wall. It's just my own personal opinion. So, but I did get a chuckle out of it because every time someone would come on and it would start going towards politics, knew there was going to be a problem, knew there was going to be an issue. So, but yeah, it's I'm kind of rebranding it, and it's kind of going to be, instead of being POV America, which last night one of the guys was like, I thought you were a conservative political talk show. And I went, yeah, it's not what I really wanted to be. So I appreciate it, but it's not where I want to be. I want to kind of have a relaxed stream. I like this where we just get a lot of folks that can comment, and we'll talk about anything. We talk about movies. We'll talk about politics, religion. I learned something about the Jewish religion the other day. I had a guy that came in and taught me that the first 5 books of the Bible are the Torah. Yeah, the Torah, and that's what the Jewish religion goes to. And that Jesus was just a prophet. So they had a very interesting perspective on things. I learned a lot. You'd be surprised what I learned on here. We had another guy that came on day before yesterday, Miko. He was from England, very much into politics in the U.S., hated Brexit because he's going through Brexit, and he said his country is an absolute mess. So I kind of we had a great talk the other day. So I mean, it's actually fun. I don't know if you stream at all, or if you or maybe your kids do. Scott streamed. He did a lot of his gaming. He would stream, and I think Kiefer and his friends, they stream and do their games online too. So this was just kind of a way to kill some time, and I'm having a good time with it. So it's not too bad at all. But yeah, I didn't even see you sneak in earlier. I saw Jennifer come in, and I saw Mr. Donnelly jump in here, and that I saw here. Oh, hi. So hey, glad you could join me. I appreciate you spending some time here. So anyway, guys, that's kind of what I've been up to lately. Just working in the prison is challenging. Definitely challenging. And I did find out I need 5. Well, actually, I think I only need 4 more followers. If you're not on Twitch, get on Twitch and go ahead and follow my channel so you can get me up to that 50 followers. That's what I need. I've been doing this since January. 1st of January is when I started. And because I stream to these different channels, I stream to Twitch, Twitch, Mixer, Periscope, YouTube, Stream Me, Smashcast, and Facebook. So 7 different streams, and each one of them, I have 10 here, 50 here, 40 here. But I really want to get, so I have at least the 50 that I need on Twitch. And that's great because then I can start accepting more of the bits and the things of that nature. So I'm at 47. 47. 3 more people. If we grab 3 more people that'll jump on Twitch and follow my follow me on Twitch, I'll be at my 50. I'll probably have some kind of a streamcast this weekend. Maybe I'll do a follower telethon, if you will. What's Twitch? What? You're 20. You don't know what Twitch is? All right, you're too much of a mom. You got to know what Twitch is. It's the channel where all the gamers, the people that play Fortnite and World of Warcraft, all the games, they stream these games on Twitch, or they stream like I'm streaming a channel that's not a game, but it's where streamers, just like think of YouTube, but for people your age. Okay, I mean it's really where the guys, like PewDiePie is on YouTube. Well, they have like Ninja on Twitch, and these are guys that make $1 million a year just streaming their games, playing games at home. You gotta go check it out. Jump onto Twitch. That explains why I don't know what it is, because you're not a gamer. But wait, I know Jeremy is. Doesn't Jeremy game? He plays games. He has to know what Twitch is. He could be making money when he's playing games, just playing on Twitch. People actually pay to watch you stream. Matter of fact, once I hit my 50 people can start donating bits to the stream. So, and I found out after quite a while that while I was kind of making fun of it, there's people that literally do this full time. One of the guys I know, Jerry Barnacles, he does a Twitch stream and a YouTube stream. He has right now 70,000 followers on Twitch. He's got almost 1 million on YouTube. And just when they subscribe to his channel, you get $5 for every person on Twitch that subscribes to you. Every 100 bits is equivalent to $1. So when you hit the 10,000 mark, you know, you get 10,000 bits, you've just made some bank, you know. So it's actually a lot. When I started researching the different streams, not too bad, not too shabby. Not really gamers, but we can tell you where the closest library and bookstore is. Do they still have libraries and bookstores? I mean, are these like physical brick and mortar things, or are these like virtual online? Because I don't know if they have I thought they outlawed libraries and bookstores and said they have to be online now, because all the Democrats, don't they just want to eliminate paper, right? Because you have to kill trees to make paper, and they just want everything in a digital format. So I thought they outlawed libraries and bookstores. Oh, I could be wrong. You know, I'm just listening to what they say. So but it's nice to know they still exist. That's really good. So, but that'll be the next thing after the farting cows. We'll be getting rid of the libraries and bookstores because there's no reason for them. They just hold a bunch of paper from dead trees, so we'll have to get rid of those. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody's going to come and say something bad. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't go there. Don't take it wrong. You know, don't flip out. I'm sure that bookstores and libraries, they're not going to burn them down right away. So, but yeah, tell Jeremy about Twitch. He'll know what it is. If he doesn't know what it is, he should know what it is because you definitely want to be able to play. So, but yeah, it's been fun. You know what? I'm gonna actually go grab my Mountain Dew. So I'm gonna take a quick break here. I'll be right back. You don't have to go anywhere. Hang tight with me. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I appreciate you being patient with me. I just had to go grab some Mountain Dew and get something to drink. Oh, yeah. And then, of course, Julie had to steal the rest of my brownies because after tonight, I'm going back on it. Like I said, I dropped 30 pounds, and my doctor's ecstatic. My numbers are better, actually better than some of the...
by breaking the diet.
Yeah, and Julie says, and he celebrated by breaking the diet. No, but it wasn't a diet. That's what I said. Water is better for you. Yeah, well, it is. Water's better. but this tastes better. I mean, I still do the water. I do the drops, the stevia. I think they're called stir. I do the drops in water. But the Mountain Dew gives me that caffeine. And because I'm not a coffee drinker, I can't do coffee, never could stand the taste of it. I could do like hot chocolate. So I've kind of leaned towards Mountain Dew. And I don't drink, I don't drink alcohol, so I drink, and I have a beer every now and then with a game, but nothing major. So, I'll tell you what, you have your water, I'll take my Mountain Dew. 64 ounces of ice cold Mountain Dew. So, yeah, it's bad for me, I know, but then again, so is everything else. So, once I drop the other 30, 40 pounds, I won't worry about it. They have water enhancers with caffeine. And I've had those. That's the stevia one has caffeine in it, and there's a couple of the other ones that have caffeine. But it's also a taste thing. I just like Mountain Dew. I can't quite do it the way I used to with it's gotten to the point now because it's diet. If I go to a restaurant and if I ask for a diet and they give me regular soda, I immediately can tell. I mean, the sweetness it's just so sweet. I immediately can tell that it's not, diet soda. So, but yeah, no, it's I'm telling you, it's been this last year, just starting in January, when we had the hurricane, the hurricane in October sucked. That was terrible. I had never experienced one of those. Being from Michigan, we had tornadoes. But I didn't know that hurricanes spawned tornadoes, and so you don't just have one; you have like 5 of them flying around. And I live right on the water, so I can walk out my door, and I'm 50 yards from the Gulf of Mexico. And I was like, oh, it's just a Hurricane 2. Oh, Cat 2. Oh, it's just a Cat 3. Well, then it gets to Cat 4, and then it tips over and hits that Cat 5. I don't think I would ever ride it out again. I don't think I would ever stay, when there's that much. Matter of fact, the roof of our neighbor flew off and ended up right in the front of the house. It was way worse, and it was kind of one of those things where you're like, I knew we were going to lose everything. We knew that going into it. We knew that there was no way we'd be able to get everything out of here and get everything, safe. So we pretty much just knew everything would be a write-off. And that's, what? It's not the first time in my life I've had to start over, so I wasn't worried about it because I was still blessed to where I had a job. I had a job. I had a place to go. We didn't have the electric. We didn't have the electricity and water and all that for a while, but I went and bought a generator, and we made it work. It wasn't that bad of a deal. I mean, well, let me rephrase that. It was a sucky deal. It was terrible, but we got by it. So, but now that we're kind of getting things back to normal here, that's where I want to start focusing a little bit more on making, enough bad luck. We have the Johnson luck. That we have Johnson luck, which is, Johnson luck is kind of bad luck. Murphy's Law. Well, I don't know if they ever told you, but Murphy's last name was Johnson, so it's Murphy Johnson, and so that bad luck has followed us for a little while, and it's kind of time to change that. So it's been a much better. So far, the year started off a little bit better, but I'm not going to go through hurricanes anymore. I do want to move, but we are going to go ahead. You and Jeremy, you're going to have to get the kids. You guys are going to have to move back to Arizona or Vegas. That's where your mom and I are moving back to. We're going to go ahead. We're going to move back to Vegas or to Arizona. I'm thinking Vegas. But we want to get back out west. Here in Florida, it sucks. I mean, you can live on the water. It doesn't matter. You still have, they got this stuff that's here in the air, humidity. This humidity, you can take a shower and you can get out of the shower, ice cold shower, step out of the shower and be dripping with sweat. And it's like, okay, well that's terrible. And then they have these other things that are ginormous, and you put saddles on them and you can ride them. Mosquitoes. They have mosquitoes here, but not normal mosquitoes. mosquitoes that carry Zika or West Nile virus and all kinds of creative things, you know, and it's like, oh, if you better watch out, this is the pecker wrecker. You get stung by this and your pecker falls off. I mean, mosquitoes for everything out here. And because this is like swamp, they're everywhere. There's mosquitoes out here for everything. And I'm just like, I'm not a bug person. I liked Arizona, no mosquitoes. We didn't have to worry about humidity. It was dry. It could be 105 degrees, and it would feel like it was 90 degrees. It was so much better. Liked it a lot more. And being 4.5 hours, if I wanted to go to LA or Malibu, I wanted to go to the beach, 4.5 hours I could be in San Diego, go to the zoo. Out here, ooh, yeah, it's different. But my mom she moved to DeLand, Florida. And that's where we were having our house built at one time. We were having another house built in DeLand. We had one built in Surprise, and we were going to move down to DeLand and sell that one. But once I got here, I think I came down in August while they were building it. Oh, yeah. No. So, anyway, I appreciate you guys shooting by it. I was only going to do like maybe a half hour to test the stream and see how it's looking. Is it looking okay? You can see my bed. This is behind me. Trust me when I tell you, I am not living in a Vegas penthouse or anything. It's a green sheet. It's called a chroma key. It's like what the weathermen use when they point their finger at the map. I can change that background to whatever I want. I could be in a slum. So it looks okay, and that's cool. So yeah, I've tried to put it to where I give you some different views. You know, you got a side camera over here. I do have a camera in the background, so so I've tried to kind of switch it up. Mr. Green Bay fan, hey man, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Glad to see you. Yeah, just trying to catch out the news. You're following, great. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate you you are on Mixer. Awesome, man. I appreciate the follow. That helps me build a follower. Followers that I need. Every platform you want us to have at least so many before they take you to the next level. So it's actually cool that I'm starting to get a lot of folks from a lot of these different platforms. Facebook, I'm new to Facebook. I thought I was streaming there for over a month, and unfortunately I wasn't. I wasn't set up the way I thought I was. But because I don't use Facebook that often, I don't post a lot to it. I really just wasn't aware that I wasn't doing it. But now I'm on there, so I don't know how that works. They might follow or share or thumbs up. I'm not sure what I think thumbs up is what they do. User error. Now you're freaking me out. What does that mean, user error? Hold on. Is that something you're seeing on your screen? Let me see. Let me go over here and take a look at my frames. This is kind of what was going on the other day. I was dropping frames. What do you like to talk about? When I first started this channel, everybody kind of thought it was a political channel. So what I wanted to kind of make sure that understood that no, that's you not streaming to Facebook. Oh, okay. Well, user error. You're right. It was a user error. But we know it's kind of a laid back stream. What I wanted to build, the whole idea behind actually doing the live stream was just to get a good group of friends, and family, and just people that would kind of get together and we talk about whatever's interesting and fun to talk about. So you're okay. All right, cool. So then that's really what we talk about. We have talked about politics and religion and, motivation, inspiration, UFOs, conspiracy theories. We're pretty much wide open, and that's what I wanted. I wanted a channel that would talk about, I'm a huge movie buff, so like a lot of the nights we get into these conversations about movies and music, and so I'm pretty much, I want a stream that is very open, free-flowing, just where you come back, kick back for a few hours, and I try to only do it for 2 hours. I'll do it from 7 to 9. I have the countdown clock up in the corner. Now the last couple nights we went for like 3.5 hours, 2.5 hours, and then I try to break it off. But I am going to probably start doing something on the weekends. I haven't really done anything on Saturdays except a couple Saturdays I went and did some cool stuff. So Halloween 2018. All right. Now, that was the remake that they did with Jamie Lee Curtis, right? From what I understand, it was awesome. I didn't see it, but it's only because I kind of got jaded with horror movies, to be honest with you, because they stopped being scary for me at a certain point. You know, the earlier ones were, you know, like The Exorcist, the original Halloween, the original Friday the 13th. The originals had more suggestive horror. It wasn't all the blood and gore, you know, the eviscerating somebody and showing their entrails out. When you start seeing a lot of that, you get desensitized to it, and it stops being scary after a while. It was kind of like, what's a good example? Like Jaws. If you ever seen the original Jaws, just the sound, dun, 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 you know, just the sound would get you like freaked out. I didn't even go in the water for like a month after I saw that. But, you know, so a lot of these newer horror flicks, I don't get it. Like, I did see the original Scream with Drew Barrymore, where they killed her in like the first 5 minutes of the movie. That was pretty cool. I like that. But, yeah, I haven't seen the Halloween. Now, you tell me if it's a good one, I'll go ahead and watch it. If it's worth watching. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. So, you know, how do you think about it? I saw the previews for Prodigy. Now, that was actually one that was going to be on my list. I was actually going to go see that last weekend, but I ended up going to see Alita. I seen Aquaman, Alita, and what was the other one? I see like 2 or 3. I have no life, so that's pretty much what I do. I go to these movies, and I'll see like 3 or 4 different movies on the weekends. But I went and seen I can't remember what the other one is. There's a few movies that are coming out that are just they're on my hit list. They're the John Wick 3. I don't know if you've seen it. If you've never seen the John Wicks, it wouldn't matter to you, but John Wick 3 looks off the chain. It looks like it's going to be an awesome movie. So there's a few of them that are coming out there. Honey, it's worth a watch. Now, the Netflix, the Haunting of Hill House. I'll tell you, as long as there's more than a couple seasons, because what ends up happening, I watch these things and I get vested in them, and then they do like 2 seasons and they're over. The one with that singer, what is her name? the one with that singer, what's her name? A Star Is Born, the one with Lady Gaga, or is this like a recent movie? I'm not sure. But yeah, I will get vested in a series, and then in, you know, 2, they'll do like, oh, well, we had 2 seasons, and then it's over, and it's a great series. A lot of times they're awesome, and they've done that with quite a few that I started watching. So, Lady Gaga, right? That's the one I'm thinking with the Star Is Born, which I actually liked. I liked the original, and I actually liked that one. I was surprised, but I think who really made that was Sam Elliott. There's just something about Sam Elliott ever since I've seen him in Tombstone. If you've ever seen the with Tombstone, it had Sam Elliott, it had Bill Paxton. You know, those were awesome. American Horror Story, Kiefer watches that. My son watches that, loves it. Never watched it. Didn't get vested in it. So there's American Horror Story. Is that the one that's... No, wait, maybe I'm thinking a different one. That's not the one with Kathy Bates in it, is it? Yeah, Tombstone is one of my favorites. It had... who else was in it? It was Kurt Russell. Val Kilmer was Doc Holliday. But something about Sam Elliott. When I saw Sam Elliott, he did an old movie with Patrick Swayze called Roadhouse. And it rocked. It was like one of the best, you know, it was like, and I actually have that on DVD and I'll watch it. It's on Amazon Prime. I'll actually watch Roadhouse. And I'm like, there's just something about Sam Elliott that makes that movie that much better, you know. So, yeah. Okay, so it was the one, it's the one with, see, that's the one my son watches and he loves it. He thinks it's great. But I don't know how, it's been on a while, obviously. So I might go ahead and pick that one up. If something gets to where it has 5 seasons, I will go ahead and start binge watching it to get current, if they're going to do another season. If they're not going to do another season, or if they kill it after like 2-3 seasons, I don't even want to get. And there's some great ones out there, but they did that with what was the one I was watching with the Winter is Coming, the Game of Thrones. See, they did the same thing there. You get invested in it, you start enjoying the show, and then they go ahead and just cut it off. So, oh, this is the last season. How can you just end the show like that when it's got such a following? And, well, it's the last. Same thing with Big Bang Theory. They did the same thing with that. Sheldon wants to go do other things, but, I try to pick the ones that are going to be around for a while because I don't get a chance to really sit down and watch television normally. I have to binge watch. I have to sit down, like my wife. My wife, she got me hooked on this stupid Kiefer Sutherland one. It's called Designated Survivor. She gets me hooked on this, so I go ahead and I watch the whole first season. And then I say, now, and I stop. I make a point of stopping after the first season, because there's another season. And I say, and I let her catch up, because she's got like, 5 or 6 episodes to get. So she gets caught up. So we're at the exact same spot. The beginning of season 2. This was yesterday. I come home today, and she's sitting here on episode 7. She watches 6 episodes during the day while I'm at work, and I'm going, we're supposed to be in this together. Oh, well, I just started episode 7. People are so discourteous. I don't understand it, but Oh, well, guys, it's fun, though. It's what you make of it. I try to find the ones that I enjoy because there's so few out there that are actually good quality shows that are entertaining. So when I do find one, or when somebody recommends one, that was like Halloween. If Halloween's a great one, I'll go see it. If the other ones that are out there, the Haunting of Hill House, if that's good, or American Horror Story, I'll eventually go back around and watch them. But I really want to make sure, because another thing that's really tough for me is if I watch the first 2 or 3 episodes and I can't get into it. I watch 2 or 3 episodes. Sometimes I'll let it go to the 4th episode. But I can't, if I can't get into it, after that, I just can't do it. Did you watch Limitless? Was that where they had the pill that made you much more smarter and much more everything? It was not a series. It was a movie, right? Or I'm assuming if that's the one you're thinking about. I did watch that one. That was the movie about they created a pill that you could take this and it would elevate everything. Make you like a super heightened senses and everything. If that's what you're thinking about. Otherwise, if it's a series, I haven't seen it. Yes, there's a movie. Okay, so I saw the movies. I didn't see the series. Each season, a different storyline. Each season is a different storyline. Now, is that an American Horror Story? Each season is a different line, or is that? I mean that's kind of weird. So at the end, if that's what it is, an American Horror Story, are you saying that? See, episode 1 starts the story, and then by the end of that particular season, that one's done with? America, oh, okay. See, now that would be, I don't know if that would be good or bad, or if that would be weird. Does the next season introduce new characters and a whole different line of characters? Or is it just, I don't know, now that might be cool. Maybe that would be something that would keep my interest, because I have a very short attention span. Ask anybody. You have me for a few minutes and that's it. But that's cool. So yeah, it's American Horror. I'll go ahead and check it out. I'll go ahead and check some of these out. I mean, each season takes on a specific classic horror trope. Okay, well, so that actually might be cool then, because then you're not you're not kind of getting sick of it. And that's, some of them are pretty much that. They, even though it's a new season, it's the same old model that they use, the same old shtick, and so that might actually be worth watching. Haunted House, Spooky Asylum, Voodoo. See, now that would actually, I'm gonna go check it out. That would be fun. So in each season, now that would actually, I think, be pretty cool, because I started. It's good. Yeah, the same actors, different story. One season is Freak Show. Another is about witchcraft. I would enjoy that, I think. I really think that would be one that... But, there was another one I watched. There was one that I really was getting into called Penny Dreadful. I don't know if this might be older before you guys, but Penny Dreadful was actually... what a Penny Dreadful is, it's a novel, like a pulp novel that they wrote back in the day. And what they did is they did this series that was all about that time period when when all these horror books were being written, like Frankenstein, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and all. Oh yeah, if you saw, you should watch it. Penny Dreadful was really entertaining. And what they did I watched the making of it. They actually built the entire movie set. None of it is CGI graphics. They built the entire set vintage for that era. So everything in it was painstakingly, meticulously created to replicate that time period where all this was done, where Jack the Ripper was there. And they brought all of these fictional characters that were in books and all these real life characters like Jack the Ripper and Jekyll and Hyde. They brought all these together into one. It was really a great series, and same thing happened there. You get into it, and then it's like, and it's over. What just happened? It's over. So anyway, I will. I'll definitely check it out, though. That's kind of one of those things I enjoy. Finding something that'll. Once I get home, my day's kind of simple, guys. For those of you, some of you know how my day goes. You get up in the morning, you head to work. It's like quarter after 6 when I leave the house. I go ahead, I hit work at about 7 o'clock. You're there till 3:30, come home, and it's like you're home. So unless I'm going to go run to a movie or go do something, it's like, what am I going to do here? So you have to kind of find things to keep mentally busy. That's why I was telling you Science Daily is a great website. I like it because it's got everything that I could actually enjoy on that site as far as mentally stimulating stuff. But other than that, it's kind of a dull thing. I don't do I have a lot of folks on Facebook that a lot of you guys use Facebook. I've never been a big Facebook guy because I can only do it for a few minutes. It's like, okay, I look at my timeline, I look at scroll through, see what people have done, and that was it. So I do it briefly now, but not as much as a lot of folks that'll spend. However, I do like the marketplace. I will say that if I have one guilty pleasure, I go to that marketplace and I just want to buy all kinds of crap that people post. I've seen shit that I don't even need. I see things there that I have no need for whatsoever. I see these most ugly flower-covered chairs, high-back chairs, but I want them. I'm like, that would actually look good. I could see myself sitting in that. So that is the one thing that I do like about Facebook is their marketplace. If I ever decide to open up a furniture store or then I would probably spend a lot more time on there. But other than that, Facebook kind of I don't know. I'm still to this day trying to figure out what the allure was. So you see my cat Cam here. He likes to sit there and be the center of attention. Troublemaker. But I figure if I give him that, he doesn't climb on me and he doesn't sit here and try to be the center of attention. And then he'll clack. He makes this noise. He'll like purr. So I'm like, no, we're gonna have to get you your own little place. So that's the kitty cam, and he'll go ahead and be there. And we'll keep him occupied whenever possible. Oh, and he's sitting next to my Geo bag. See that? They're getting a free plug from me. I should go ahead and invoice them for that. So, is that the one? Yeah, this Mr. Whiskers is the retarded. Well, I won't say retarded. That's Mr. Whiskers is the special cat that thinks he's a dog. He's like a dog cat. Yeah, if you pick up the leash, he'll run over. He wants to take and he wants to be walked. He wants to be walked outside like a dog. He'll jump in the car. He'll go for car rides and he'll look out. He's special. We call him Special Whiskers, Mr. Whiskers, the special cat. Yeah, he's no fear of anything. You can run a vacuum while he's on the floor, and he'll just lay there and let you poke him with it and look at you like you're crazy. He has no fear of anything. So I kind of actually find that funny because, I don't think he's ever been scared. Nobody, he came from the old lady that actually gave him to my son, babied him, and everybody. She was in a elder care facility, so you had all the elderly people that were kind of babying him and taking care of him and everything. So he never really knew what it's like to be afraid. But then, somehow I ended up with him at my house. But, this other person that I know, I have another child that had a cat because she had to have a cat. But yet she wouldn't take this cat with her. And subsequently, I ended up with a freaking 37-year-old cat that won't die ever. And who's deaf and blind. Who screams at 3 a.m. because when he wakes up he can't hear or see himself. I mean, but I won't go ahead and name names. Jennifer Crabtree, who happens to have that cat that stuck it with me. But that's okay. He wouldn't have done well. That cat is never gonna die. That cat, not only would that cat have done fine on a long road trip, a cat would have probably driven for you if you asked it. It's never, ever, it lived through a hurricane. It's 30 freaking years old, or however old the cat is. It lived through a hurricane. Yeah, I'm sorry. I love animals. That's the week. I love animals. Now, I say I'm a dog person, but I do love animals. So I don't wish any animal to die. But there is a such thing as a freak of nature, that animals that just... I start having like these nightmares. Have you ever seen a movie called Salem's Lot? Well, there's also another movie he did called Pet Sematary. Now, Pet Sematary is about these animals that come back from the dead and they never die. And yeah, Grandma was too attached to him. Let me tell you about this. Let me put this in perspective to you, sweetheart. The cat outlived Grandma. You see where I'm going with this? The cat, a four-legged creature, outlived Grandma, outlived my mother. So being attached, you've still had a decade that you could have had him. Oh yeah. So this, Anyway, she didn't even know. She never even called. Now this, for those of you that don't know, this black cat. We have this black cat. It was originally named Midnight. Now my mother, who absolutely hates cats. I mean, she hates cats. But for some reason, this cat kind of adopted my mother. And my mother would sit there and she would pet this cat in her lap and tell you how much she hated cats. Oh, this cat is so stupid. And she would do this. Well, it got to the point to where this cat and her were like joined at the hip. I mean, absolutely couldn't get her away from this cat and this cat. And the funny part was that she wouldn't call him Midnight, and she would call him Boo Boo Kitty. Now, this went on for years, and finally I said, Mom, the cat's name is Midnight. Why are you calling this stupid cat Boo Boo Kitty? Now, this is what my mother said. Apparently there was this TV show called Laverne and Shirley. And apparently Shirley, one of the characters on this, had a stuffed black cat named Boo Boo Kitty. So, I'm not saying that, my mother was the most intelligent person. And as she got older throughout the years, maybe there were some questionable things that were red flags. And I think that might have been one of them that kind of led us to believe that there might be something going on. But, yeah, anyway. So this cat, we're stuck with that one, too. This one here's, he's not that old. He's 16 or 17, I think. Well, actually, I think that is old, though, right? 16 or 17 for how old? 17. So this one's 17. How old's the other one?
17.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Both of them. So I have two 17.
18 this year.
18 this year. See, I have the record keeper there. I call her the record keeper because she never forgets anything, ever.
Yeah, Lucky was 19. Pandy was 23.
Okay. So, yeah, the last cat I had lived to be 23 years old. But she was a cool cat. So, anyway, guys, yeah, it's kind of funny. I appreciate you stopping by. 100 Ninja, good game. Grandma was too attached to him. Yeah, it's a great game. Right, we're doing the chatting in the chatting game. I don't know. 100 Ninja. You are on Mixer. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by. I've kind of rebranded this. If you were here earlier, it used to be POV America, and I've changed it because people were thinking I was they kept thinking I was some kind of a conservative political channel, and we didn't want to get into any kind of arguments or fights anymore online because people are psychotic. When you talk about politics, they go a little off the hook. So we didn't want to do that. I mean, we'll still talk about politics every now and then, but otherwise it's just kind of a place to kick back and just enjoy some friends and have some great conversations. But anyway, I did the gaming for a while. If you might have been one of the ones that were watching when I was trying to do the I was actually trying to play Hitman 2 and I quit because I'm very competitive and I was getting very angry at the game and I kept wanting to throw my controller at the screen, and I don't think people want to see somebody who's having a temper tantrum when they play their game. And I'm juvenile, I'm childish, I'm immature, I'm all of that. So, Amber Relic, hey, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. So yeah, I did try the gaming, and you might have watched on the other channel. I played some poker because I'm a huge poker buff, so I did some online poker. So it was So it happens, yeah, and it does, and I try not to, but I'm very competitive by nature. So when I was playing the Hitman 2 and I couldn't get past the very first part of it, hey, Amber, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I definitely appreciate every follow because it helps me get to this next level that they have to get me to there. But, yeah, I just didn't think people wanted to watch that because the more I played, the angrier I got. And I would try, I really just wanted to throw my controller because they kept killing me. I had one simple mission. This was like the first mission of the entire thing. And I had one mission to kill 3 people. And I could kill them without a problem. All 3 of them, I had headshots. But as soon as you shoot 1 or 2, everybody starts running. And it just became a nightmare. So I realized people don't want to watch you have a fit when you're playing these games. And I'm just way too competitive. But I do watch a lot of the streamers play. I get a kick out of it because it gives me a whole new appreciation what these guys go through that put together streams. I mean, this stream I put together, I was simply trying to do something that I enjoy, have a little fun, meet some new people, and kick back, have a cool stream. But as I got into it, I was kind of led down a different path by, we'll just say by a relative of mine that gave me some guidance that may have been less than accurate. The person kind of told me all these things I needed to have. I don't know if you can see here. I'll give you an example. This is kind of where I come into as I started this. Let me get rid of the Whiskers cat cam, but I'll go ahead and do that. Get rid of that and transition this over here. You'll see here in this other. They mean cheat codes. Yeah, trust me. If I could get cheat codes for half these games that are out there, I'd do it. But I can't because I'm the competitive person. I can't. But you see all the gear I have here. All of this was, I was told I had to have this huge 55 screen monitor. I had to have my laptop. I had to have these these big neon lights. I had to have a green screen behind me, and so a brand new computer. So you spend several thousands of dollars. And then I found out, man, I can do this. I can do this on my cell phone. I put my cell phone in my car. I stream every morning going to work. I stream every evening coming home. Did I really need 4 webcams and all this stuff? No, I don't think I did. So, yeah, there's certain relatives that who shall go nameless. My brother, but they kind of convince you need more than you really do to stream. But it's actually been fun. I mean, I've learned a lot. I've learned how to, and I'm a technology geek. I'm, business technology innovation. That's what I love. So this was actually a lot of fun to be able to configure the overlays and try and get some good people that'll come by and have some fun in the evenings. But I will try and I follow a guy. If you ever been on Twitch, there's a guy called Barnacles, really a great guy. So if you ever get a chance to watch his stream, he has a great stream too. But anyway, that's kind of why I'm here. So I may do some gaming later. I don't think so, though. It just depends. If I find something I enjoy, something I can be good at, and not, I watch some of these guys that'll spawn into their game and they get taken out within the first couple seconds. Can't do it. Hey, thanks for the follow. I do appreciate you, 100 Ninja, and I will definitely catch you too when you come back. But yeah, I'll try maybe a little bit later to do some gaming. I did do the poker a couple weeks ago. I played some tournament poker online, but unfortunately, here in Florida, I can't play for cash, and I'm a cash tournament player in that, so I like playing. If I'm going to devote the time to it, I like the money, the winnings from it. So I'll wait till they legalize it, or until I move back to Arizona or Vegas. Once I move out to Vegas, hopefully. It'll be a lot easier to play online, so I might do that. But otherwise, it's all just about having some fun, getting some people together, and chilling out. And because normally I would I'm not a big drinker, but what I'm finding out is I also don't sleep. I sleep 3 hours a night, sometimes 4 if I'm lucky. But what I found out a week or so ago, if I have a few drinks before bed, I actually sleep better. So I was thinking I might start having couple glasses of wine and just kind of kick back and do my stream. And I really didn't know if I'd like doing the stream in the beginning. I didn't know if I'd like doing it, but all of a sudden it's like, you know what? It's not too bad. It's actually fun. And I was talking about it with Amy at work, and it is therapeutic to me. It kind of helps me relax, and then by the time I actually hit the bed, I might actually go to sleep within the first hour. So, but yeah, there's a lot more I appreciate in these streams now that I see how they're put together. And there's some people that do this full time. I'll watch them and they make thousands of dollars every single day doing a live stream. And I'm like, well, how in the world? Now, of course, they play the commercials. They've got commercials and sponsors and tons of bits. I just found out a couple days ago I couldn't even do bits on the Twitch. Mixer does, what does Mixer do? Mixer does embers. Twitch does bits. But you have to have so many followers before you can even do that kind of stuff. So I just found that out. Red wine is heart healthy in moderation. See now, do you know what is white wine? Because I'm a Riesling guy. They have a Hogue Late Harvest Riesling, which I absolutely love. So I don't know if white wine would be the same, or if it gives me the same benefits. If white wine doesn't give me the same benefits as red, please lie to me and tell me it does. But hopefully red wine and white wine are kind of similar. I don't know. They're both grapes, right? They're all from grapes. But yeah, I would actually think I've been thinking about that the last. Yo, Joe Parker, SoundCloud, check it for a follow. You safe Autobot. Okay, unsafe Autobot. Yo, Joe Parker, SoundCloud, check it for a follow. All right, well, I have no idea what that means, but I appreciate the follow anyway. If you're following, no, my preference too. Are you a white wine or red? Whoops. No, my preference too. I don't know what that means, but no, I'm just curious if white wine's good, because I'll do the wine. I'll start buying some of my Hogue and have a couple glasses of wine before bed. I might actually get to sleep before 1 o'clock in the morning. But I just, for whatever, especially now too, that when I went from the 305 to the 2, I've lost probably 30. Oh, it's a music site. Okay, so now I tried listening to the YouTube, and even check this out. Alexa, relax me.
Sure, I'd love to help you relax. Whenever you want to know more about a skill, you can ask me for more information about the skill or what ratings it has. Do you want to try ambient sounds, thunderstorm sounds, or would you like to pick a category?
Alexa, never mind. So I've tried doing the, Alexa, she'll play the background sounds or ocean sounds or whatever, and I've tried listening to different music. But what happens...
For ambient noise, try the music and audio category of the skill store in the Alexa app.
Cool. You wanted me to lie to you. Whoops. You know what? I'll take it. I'm not too proud to beg. I'll take that. I'll just take it on advisement that red wine is healthier, but white wine is perfectly acceptable. So I will go ahead and I will do my white wine, my Riesling, because when I listen to, like, we were talking about music, whoa, Jenny Bean, very good. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Put me one closer. I'm at like 48 now. 2 more followers on Twitch, and I've actually reached that 50 level. So that's awesome. Thank you. And once I reach 50, apparently I can now start receiving bits, on a regular basis and everything. So that's awesome. Jenny, thank you very much. And Amy, I definitely will do I think I'm going to go ahead and probably tomorrow on my way home, I'm going to go ahead and pick up a couple bottles of the Riesling and ice, get them nice and cold. And I'll probably start doing that, because if I listen to music, like you were saying, a music site, and if I try to do the Alexa, what ends up happening, it's the way my mind works, I hyper focus on whatever's going on, whether it's the sound, and it doesn't put me to sleep, or if it's the music, it doesn't lull me to sleep or anything. It actually keeps my mind active. I would rather just have white noise or, no noise, or just but it's very difficult for me to shut down in the evenings, because I kind of go, it's just how my mind functions. I've tried, they've prescribed to me Ambien, and then it was funny because when they prescribed Ambien and I said it doesn't work for me, the doctor says, well, take 2. I said, well, you told me just take 1. Well, just take 2 and see if they work for you. And they didn't work for me. So he said, well, come on back and I'll give you a new prescription. And I went back and they prescribed something else for me that didn't work either. And I thought, well, so the sleeping pills don't do it for me either. Usually I just stay awake until, I go to bed usually around 1:30, 2 in the morning. I'm up, around 5 something, and I get ready. So I don't, it just doesn't work for me. I just don't go to sleep that often. But it's fun. I mean, I have a great time, staying awake when I have, like, things to do here. Like, you see the little countdown clock up there. I try to stay on here only 2 hours. Well, the other night we went for like 3.5 or 2.5. But I put that clock on here because I would literally stay on here all night. I would get up and stay on here, then just go take a shower and go right to work, and I'd be fine. For whatever reason, I just have a very difficult time shutting down. But, everybody that comes on, the more people, especially, like, if you're on Twitch or if you haven't followed me, do me a favor, help me get to that 50 level and help me, hit that 50 mark and follow if you can. I would really appreciate that. And then maybe you can help me stay up 24, 48 hours and never sleep, because it seems like a waste of time to me. You're kind of just laying there. and you're not really doing anything. And so I would much rather kind of just stay up and chat. And but I'm trying to put a clock on it, guys. I'm trying to keep this around 2 hours, and then I'll get out of here. And if I have my wine, Amy said I can do white wine, right? Is that what you said? White wine's healthy, right? It's got tannins and, remember, lie to me, say yes. Yeah, that's great. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab some white wine tomorrow, and I'll try a few glasses or bottles or whatever it takes. And hopefully I'll be able to crash out and get some sleep. I actually had my doctor appointment today, and she said the same thing. She says, well, you could always try some more medication. And for those of you that, have tried sleeping, you know how you feel lethargic, you feel kind of blah. That's why I don't like taking it. I don't like taking anything that's going to make me feel terrible the next day. And somebody told me sleepwalking and all these different side effects were an Ambien. And I was like, what? And they're like, oh yeah, Ambien, you have all these side effects. And I'm like, well, I really don't want, what was like one of the side effects was like sleep sex. Sleep sex is a side effect. So, yeah, man, I was popping those Ambiens like chiclets thinking maybe I'd get lucky, but unfortunately it never happened. So that whole thing was out the window. There's no such side effect as sleep sex. However, I did wake up a couple times in New Jersey. Apparently sleep driving was one of the side effects. So I'm messing with you. Oh, guys. Well, anyway, so it was, yeah, so this is, excuse me. This is kind of the way I'm going to spend my evenings from now on. I'm glad you guys stopped by, and I'm glad I'm finally on Facebook. I was kind of worried because, hold on one sec, I'm going to cough, and I don't want to do it in your ear. Hold on. All right, so hopefully you didn't hear that. I have a mute button. So, yeah, it was pretty fun today. I was just telling, and Amy, I threw you to the wolves, Mr. Who did we have on earlier? Donnelly. I told him about the brownies he missed, and he said I had to tell you to send him some brownies, because Mr. Donnelly remembers, and I told him, I says, they are just off the chain. I don't know, anybody that's watching, I'll tell you, I have had brownies my entire life. I've had them, I've made them. We have a very special person that I work with who makes the most awesome brownies. I'm talking off the chain, unbelievable. The only thing missing today was an ice cold glass of milk. I would have just curled up in a little ball. Anyway, Mr. Donnelly, one of our fine guests that was on earlier, definitely would love some brownies from you. So, anyway, so I will actually take, and matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and put this here so I know my time's almost clicking down there. I'm going to try and kick this off at about 9 o'clock. If I can get down. So I appreciate you guys coming, and I appreciate you participating. That's kind of what makes the night go back, is when you can lean back and you can just have some decent conversations, a lot of fun. Hopefully the stream is coming across clear. It doesn't look like I have a lot of dropped frames, and hopefully it's not jerky. And sometimes I also have to kind of be careful, because if I'm up here, I don't know if this sounds better when I talk when I'm closer to the mic, or if when I'm sitting back here kind of relaxed, if this is a better sound, or if at least you can hear me. I don't even know if you can hear me when I sit back like this. I hope you can. So anyway, folks, it's been a lot of fun tonight. I'm glad you guys dropped in and had some, and if you want, if any of you have a webcam, and you want to go ahead and chat, I can pop you up on my screen. You can actually dial it. Whoa, who's that? Blue Hedgehog 1-2. All right. Thanks for the following. One more person. If I can get one more person to do the follow, that'll be great. That'll put me at somebody will be the very first person to put me over that 50 limit. If you're not a follower, if you're not on Twitch, go to Twitch. That's where you got to be. That's where all the cool people hang out. Well, other than Facebook and other than Mixer and Facebook and the other places where you guys are. But anyway, yeah, it was fun. I mean, I really enjoyed spending some time with you guys tonight, and this is kind of gives you Facebook Live. You're fine and you sound clear sitting back. That's awesome. So, because I'm much more comfortable. That was one of the nicest things about being able to do this is you can be yourself. A lot of times, and some of you might be able to understand what I'm talking about. A lot of times, you never get a chance to just be yourself. You always kind of put on a face, sometimes for friends, sometimes for family, and you put on, you have to be a different person when you're at work. And a lot of people say they're not, but I really think that we're a lot more reserved, or and it's nice if you're not, if you can just be yourself with whoever you're with. That's the way I would love to be. I would absolutely love to be able to just be me wherever I am, but I can't. I mean, that's because when you work with people that, and there's people that'll vouch for exactly what I'm going to say, you work with people that are assholes. A lot of people, or you have people that that are not the best people, so you don't want to lower yourself to their level. So what you do is you change who you are to be to kind of fit in line with that. So you don't make waves. You don't make now. A lot of you know me. I make waves anyway because I'm gonna speak my mind usually. That's why I don't usually get asked. People stop asking me. As a matter of fact, when I usually start a job or I work for someone, they find out very quick. The Viper Hunter 1. Hey, man, thanks for jumping on. I appreciate you coming on. Give a follow if you can, if you enjoy it. We're just kind of kicked back, a real laid-back stream tonight, having a little fun. So glad you could make it. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I mean, you guys can kind of relate. A lot of times we're just not who we are normally is, and that's one of the best things I like. When I started this stream, I found out, what, I can be me. I don't have to worry about offending somebody, because if you're offended, you can just log off. You don't have to be here, and I don't have to watch what I say. I get to say exactly the way I feel. So when if somebody at work asks me, do you think we should have a wall? And I can say, well, I'm not into politics, but here if somebody says, do we need a wall in the country? I say, hell yeah, So there's I think you can relate. If there's times where we just put on a different face for our audience, we kind of all play to an audience, but the cool part is here, I kind of get to be who I am and just kind of be. And I'm trying to pull my wife in now. My wife has a channel. She's on YouTube, and we started this channel called Sand Scratchers. Now, let me tell you how funny this is. Okay, we were talking one day. Now she's home. She's retired, and she was. I said, well, you should get on YouTube. We should start a channel. So kind of got her, created a logo, created a little channel for her on YouTube called Sand Scratchers, right? And she's like, well, what am I going to do? I says, well, you're just going to go ahead and you can scratch lottery tickets, And so I'm thinking it'll grow slowly. She's got like 250 people subscribed to her channel. She's got like probably tens of thousands of views, and they all come and they all have these channels where they scratch lottery tickets. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even see that coming by any stretch of the imagination. But it's if you get a chance, go visit her, say hi. Her channel is Sand Scratchers. She's got like 250 different followers, so that's I hopefully she'll enjoy having a few new ones. But yeah, everyone, I want to say again, thanks for all the follows. Thanks for spending some time with me tonight. My time's clicking down, is ticking down. I'm going to try and I really want to keep it to this 2 hour level if I can, because I feel that's a nice, comfortable level. People can come and chill out for a while and still have a couple glasses of wine afterwards and maybe a little something to eat before bed. But, you know, if we do go longer, sometimes I'll apologize. We did, as I said, the other night we did 3.5 hours, 2.5 hours the night before that. It's weird because, like, I'm looking here and I'll see all the different people that are viewing the channel. And it's weird because you'll see, like, 18 or 19 people viewing, and then you just have a few chatting. So I kind of hope that people aren't afraid to jump in, you know, because really anybody, you're more than welcome to change the topics. There are no real static topics here, so we can kind of free float to wherever. We'll jump into movies or wherever we want to. So, but I appreciate you guys coming. I got about 3 or 4 minutes left, but I'm going to go ahead and start winding it down just by saying thanks, and I appreciate you spending some time with me tonight. I'll see you tomorrow, and if you do get a chance, I do a stream at 6:15 every morning on my way into work, kind of just thinking out loud, nothing major, just BSing. You know, you kind of just killing time on the drive. Same thing on the way home around 3:30. I do a live stream going home, and that's kind of, sometimes I end up venting if I have something that bothered me during the day. But so if you know me and everything, just kind of ignore that part and just pretend it's not there. But otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and what I'll do is I'll say thank you guys tonight for making the stream really a fun one to kind of have some great conversations, and thanks again to everyone. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and let you guys enjoy your night and what's left of it, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, and then I'll see you in the evening. If you want to stop by again, we'll do it again. Have a great night. Be safe. Take care.